Back, everybody. I know it's been a little busy this week. Well, sorry, this month. I was gone a bunch of weekends, and then the show took over, and then we're back. We're back. That's all I'll say now. Today we got an exciting episode for you. If I do say so myself, we got Trev here. Trev, say hello.
Hello again.
Yeah, again, this is your third time, I believe. First third time guest. Congratulations.
hmm Who else would
We
it be?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Wouldn't be Taylor. We are doing a mock draft, but we're going to be doing alternating picks. So Trev's going to be doing all the odds. I'm going to be doing all the evens. We don't know what the other person has picked, and we're pretty much. Honestly, it feels we were doing some research. I didn't tell you this, but I was like, this kind of feels like the real draft because I don't know what's going to happen.
I know.
My first
I
one, I
know.
was
What
like,
if
oh,
I jump up and make a surprise selection? You're
well,
like, fuck.
that's
I
what
had
I'm
him
like.
going to the Cowboys. Sorry,
Does he take Ty Simpson somewhere? He's getting a lot of steam. I don't know.
Spoiler alert, no.
Yeah, yeah, me either. All right. So yeah, it's not technically the Dynasty League, but whatever. We're gonna roll with it. We already did one of these. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, we're live. So, all right.
I gotta go grab a pen.
Oh yeah.
I need I know. I need a pen to like cross out when guys are taken, so I can keep track of that.
That's so good. Yeah,
Uh,
well, all right, number 101. Now, if
yeah.
this were the NFL
Dun, dun,
draft,
dun, dun,
yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
Oh, dude,
dun,
I
dun.
should have had this. Should have had the jingle going. We're only a week
um,
away, man. Oh, no, I'm
So we're
excited.
doing no trades. I think there will definitely be trades
100%.
because I think there's certain position groups that are super thick and there's some that are very full.
Agreed.
And I think once you get some of those super thick, receiver starts going, there's like
Mm-hmm.
two guys left. It's like, well,
Yep.
maybe they trade up to middle of the first, try to grab them. But this is no trades.
No
So
trades. Keep it easy.
first overall, I feel like this is the most boring pick of the draft. When I was thinking before I sat down and started looking at like the Raiders' actual team, I was like, why don't they like trade this pick?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because they need their offensive line, I think, was the worst in the league. If not, it
They were
was
not good
the
last
second.
year.
If not, it was the second worst. So I
Yeah.
was like, why don't they trade back and like use this capital? I'm like, then I'm looking at their quarterbacks. Their quarterbacks are not good, Justin. Do you know who their
No.
two quarterbacks are right now?
Well, I know they picked up Kirk Cousins,
hmm
which was a crazy deal. A lot of money. I think it's all.
Yep.
It's all. It's basically
It's
1 year,
weird.
20
It's a
million.
weird it's a weird. Yeah, it's like 1 year, 20 million, but on paper it's like 5 years, like 120 or
Yeah, which
something.
is insane. And I couldn't tell you the third quarterback.
I don't understand. I don't get the Kirk Cousins thing. I
No.
guess you just want to vet
Yeah.
to kind of mentor Mendoza, but that's who the pick's going to be. It's going to be Fernando
Yes.
Mendoza. I think everyone knows that.
Has to be.
I think I think they've kind of been bullied into this pick a little bit because it's just so written off, but they do need a quarterback. I've
Yeah.
heard from just podcasts and stuff I've listened to that people don't think he's that good. He's just the best QB in a bad QB draft.
I've heard
Where
the
like
same
if he was
thing.
in the like Caleb, Jaden Daniel, like that one, they're like he
Hmm.
might have gone like fifth.
Yeah, I've heard the
Like
same thing.
like it would have been a battle between him and Bo Nix, but he's the only one in this one that's gonna go in the first round. I think.
Okay,
I think it's Mendoza.
I agree, but it's always around this time you start hearing somebody like Ty Simpson like
hmm
creeping everybody. I think he's the only one that could go first. I don't think he's even close to a
He's
first
the
round
only other
talent.
one in any mock draft I've seen
Yes,
in the last 3 months
like
that has gone in the first.
some of
And
these
I think if someone
guys.
uses a first round pick on him, I think they need to get fired because that guy stinks.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think he could. I don't think it should happen. I'm with
Mm-mm.
you. I don't have him picked in the first
The
round,
only
but
other team that is Steelers, but dude, if the Steelers take him after Kenny Pickett and all the bad QBs they've had, they deserve everything they get.
uh, yeah, and are they still rocking with Mason Rudolph there? Well, I guess because we don't know what Aaron Rodgers is doing. I guess so. We'll see what they
Yeah,
do.
it's probably just going to be him.
It's
Nobody
probably
else
just gonna be
wants
Aaron
him
Rodgers,
either.
unless he retires, which he's gonna spend the whole offseason
Yeah,
deciding what he's gonna do because
yeah.
that's him. But we'll see.
hmm
I agree. I don't think
We'll
Ty
get we'll
Simpson's
get to
going.
the Steelers, but
We
yeah,
get
I'm
it.
right at 1-1. It's going to be Mendoza. There's not really a question. Now the draft can start.
Yes, agreed. And yeah, totally. Any other year, he's not he's probably not the first overall pick, but it kind of worked
He's
out
good.
because
I like him. I
me
think he's
too.
gonna be a decent QB, but
I
he's
do too.
not 1-1. 1-1 is
That's where I'm
like
at.
this guy needs to change everything for this team. And I think they have so many holes that, especially O line. I
Yeah,
mean, God bless that young man. He's gonna need all the help he can get.
agreed. And they've got Bowers and they've got Genty, but they've got Jalen Naylor.
Mhm.
That was their big free agent signing on
Yeah.
the outside.
Yeah,
Like
that's
that
the other
doesn't
thing. I
inspire
was
me
reading
any
through
confidence. They have no receivers.
I was reading through the sharp football analysis. Their
Hmm.
wide receiver room is Trey Tucker, Jalen Naylor, Jack Beck, Deontay Thornton.
Yeah, it's not good.
That might
Not
be the
good.
worst in the league. That might be
Um,
worse than the Dolphins. Dolphins is the only one I think that's
Dolphins.
close.
Ooh, Dolphins might be worse. I
Dolphins might be
honestly,
worse. I think Trey Tucker might have a pulse,
I'm trying
but
to
it's
think.
like,
Malik Washington's on the Dolphins.
yeah. Oh, I
Is
got
that
the
it?
Dolphins pulled up. We'll get to them. We'll get to them
Oh,
later. We'll get to them. We got to move on. We got
I
to
just
keep
did a
going.
little sneak peek. That's the worst.
Yeah, it's
That's
bad.
worse. Oh my
It's
god.
bad.
We get
They
to
might
that.
run the triple option next.
Oh my god, dude, they might. Holy shit. All right. Let's
We'll
move
get to the
on.
Dolphins.
Well, yeah, we get to the Dolphins. The Jets. I know we said no trading. I think this is a pick that could be traded. I've seen a
I agree.
lot of chatter on this one. I've seen a lot of different teams moving up here. I think they should just keep the pick. I know the Jets have a ton of needs. They do have two firsts. I think they have 2 seconds too. I might be wrong about that, but they need everything. That's what I have on my notes here. They need everything. Um,
Hmm.
I think they need a receiver very badly. I don't think any receivers here are worth picking at two. But again, if they're trading, I would say trade back to somewhere in here and pick a receiver, but we can't do that obviously. So I think they just take best player on the board. I think it's Arvell Reese. We were talking earlier
Hmm.
about David Bailey, but there's a whole thing about him not going to their visit today, so I don't know about that. I think they go Arvell Reese here. I think they try to, Aaron Glenn, defensive guy,
Hmm.
gets a edge rusher. I think he's probably going to play edge rusher in the NFL. I don't see him playing off ball. But maybe we'll see what they do with him. But I think it's going to be Arvell Reese in my opinion. It could be
I
Bailey,
agree.
but I think it's going to be Reese for sure. I'd lock that in, yeah, unless they trade. I think the next most likely thing is that they trade, but I'd be happy with that if I was a Jets fan. Maybe Cam can weigh in, but um, if you're
No,
listening,
I
Cam.
totally agree. I was a little surprised, honestly, when you said Bailey. I do see him in some mock drafts.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Kiper, especially.
Yep, Mel
He's so
Kiper
good at
loves him.
drafting.
Oh
Should
yeah.
have taken Shadur round one.
Oh
Um,
Jesus!
but
Don't get me
no,
started.
I've heard everything I've heard about Reese is that he's like the genetic freak of the
Mm-hmm.
two. And it's like if you're just going best ceiling, like highest ceiling, him versus Bailey, I think Arvell Reese does have the higher ceiling.
Agreed.
So yeah, I do agree. If they stay there, I do think they could trade down. Now I was a little interested. Do you think they need a receiver because they're going to be losing Garrett Wilson, or just because he's all alone?
I think he's all alone. Looking at that
Yeah,
roster, it's another team that has
yeah.
nobody. I think like Josh Reynolds was catching passes for them last year, which is not. You don't want
Hmm.
that. You don't want that. AD Mitchell showed a little bit, but again, AD Mitchell's like he's just a guy, right? I think you need somebody else, especially once you get the quarterback. Another role with Geno Smith this year. Geno Smith's not going to last more than another year. You
Hmm.
get a rookie receiver, who's got upsides like a Carnell Tate. That would be the guy I would go for if I was them. I'd trade back somewhere like 7, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there. Pick up some capital, pick up Tate, and then you're good when you do eventually get the quarterback. But they just need so much help everywhere. So I think defense is the play too.
I
All
agree. I
right,
agree.
moving on to the
All right.
Cardinals, another interesting team here.
Yeah, so third overall to the Cardinals. I mean, this is a team that if there was another QB that
Mm-hmm.
was, a good QB, I think they would take a QB because I think they're starting Jacoby Brissett next year.
I think so too.
Um, that I don't think they are going to keep doing for long. I think they're going to next year's draft they will be taking a QB because I
Yeah.
think they'll be at the top again.
Yep.
So then that leaves you they kind of have some skill positions. I know they have some like kind of flashier players on defense. So
Mm-hmm.
the brain then goes to they're going to build in the trenches. Um, just looking at where they ranked last year, it seemed like they really struggled to stop the run
Mm-hmm.
on defense. I don't know that there's a run stopper that's this high that you would want to take. So I
Yeah.
think they're probably going to go O line again. I think they're just going to go who I think is the best O lineman on the board. I think they're going to go ahead and go Fano. Um,
Interesting. I like that.
and just
I
put him
like
at right
that.
tackle and just fucking let him rip.
Yep. Yeah, I like him a lot. I really hope
Hmm.
he's not. This was like the first guy for Lions fandom. They locked in on him early, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
he'll be there at 16 or 17, and then he's just shot at the boards. I like that pick. I think he's better than Malioa, in my opinion. I think
Hmm.
he's got more upside. Also, I'm a hater of Miami, as are you. So
Yeah,
I
I
like
was
that.
torn
Yeah.
between edge and tackle for them. I mean, because there are some good edges, but I think it's either going to be David Bailey or a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I think just with if you're preparing for a future QB, let's get a tackle in a year early. Let them get their feet under them, so then their situation's better in the future.
Right.
Would be how I would think
Yeah.
about it if I was the Cardinals GM,
Yeah.
which I
And
am not,
he's
unfortunately.
maybe next year. He's still young.
Maybe
He's
next year.
21. He's got versatility. But Malio's older. Oh, I thought he was older. Oh, I'm thinking of
No, you're
Mesidor.
thinking of
Mesidor.
Mesidor.
He's one is
Yeah,
old.
he's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
25. It's
Yeah, which is
insane.
insane. But I still could see him going in the first round. But anyways,
Ah, yeah, maybe.
I can see it. But yeah, fine. I like that pick. They're another team, like you said. They need help everywhere. I don't remember what they did in free agency. That's slipping my mind.
I can tell you.
I would love to pay
Well, let me
attention to
tell you.
what's
Let me
going on. All
tell
right,
you real
let's
quick,
hear it.
real
Let's hear
quick. Hold on, I'm scrolling up to the top here. I think they made some moves, but let's see. AFC West. Where's the fucking division at, dude? NFC West. There we go. So signed Tyler Algier, as
it. Yep.
Tim well knows.
Yep.
Tim's a big fan. Signed Kendrick Bourne and Devin Duvernay to 1 and 2 year contracts.
It's fine.
That doesn't
Doesn't move the
whatever.
needle.
That's some receiver depth.
Yep.
Yeah, got 4 linemen. So
Okay.
maybe I just kind of screwed this whole thing. I mean, they're all on 1 year deals and they're not like impact players. One
Yeah.
guy's on a 3 year, 31 million. Malo, but he's a
Mhm.
guard.
Oh yeah.
D linemen signed a couple guys to some 1 and 2 year deals. They also signed 4 D linemen, so they're really trying to. And I think
Well, yeah.
3 of them are D tackles. So
Well, that's what
yeah,
he
looks
said.
like they're in the trenches. I think you got to bring young guys in though, because it's like, dude, probably most of these 1 year deals are going to be gone next year.
Yeah.
So let them teach the new guys. I think yeah, it's either O line or D line for them. I just went O line.
And they have Paris Johnson already. I don't know how good
Mm-mm.
he's been. I think Cardinals fans have been frustrated with him. Again, I don't pay a
Yeah,
lot of attention to the Cardinals.
he was the other Ohio State guy, right?
Yeah, and he was I think
Yeah.
another one of those guys that's like not can't miss, but he was
He
the
was like
guy.
the number one tackle in that
I,
draft,
I
I
think
think.
I want to say he was, but I don't think
Hmm.
he's panned out that well. I might be
They might have been
wrong.
picking at 3 in that one.
Honestly, probably they've been bad for a little while.
They've been very bad. It's weird. They're bad, but they feel like certain positions, you're like, is that like a really fucking good player? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Kind of hiding out on their roster. So I hope they get better. It's a hard division, though.
Yeah, honestly they should just be going all in on a rebuild, which I think they're probably
Hmm.
doing
And
now. But
that's probably another reason they go O line, too, dude. You're going
yeah,
against the Rams, the
you
Niners,
have
and the
to.
Seahawks D line every year.
Yeah,
You gotta get your O line in order, dude. They're gonna
big one.
kill you.
Yes, exactly. And your window can't open. I don't think it can open until
Hmm.
at least one of those teams is done. And I think the 49ers are probably closest to being done.
Yeah.
Um, maybe the Rams when Stafford leaves, but who knows?
Mm,
They've got a good system. They'll find somebody.
yeah.
All right, the Tennessee Titans next up. Young fun team potentially. We'll see. They're another team that needs everything. I see a lot of Jeremiah Love mocked here, and I want to do that, but I don't know that they do that. I don't know that they're in a position right now to go running back at 4. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm like I like Jeremiah Love. I think he's a good player, a very good prospect. I don't know if he's worth the 4th overall pick. Maybe it's just because
Oh.
this is kind of a down year. Maybe I'm eating my words. They did do a lot in free agency. I know that. They spent a lot of money. They went out and bolstered the D line. So I was thinking either D line or Love, and I kind of left this one up. I didn't make a choice here because I didn't really know. I figured what was going to happen, but I don't know. This
Hmm.
is a tough one. I think
Yeah,
that I
look at
think
I'm reading off their free agents right now. Sorry,
yeah they
they
went.
signed two QBs, Hendon
Uh,
Hooker and Trubisky. You don't think any of those guys the future, probably.
no,
Wandale Robinson, 4 years,
big
78
contract for him.
million.
Crazy contract.
Interesting move. Interesting. Tight end Bellinger,
Hmm.
not bad, I guess. Got a couple O linemen, tackle, center, guard. Yeah, it signed Jermaine Johnson in a trade with the
Yep.
Jets for Devondre Sweat. So they lost a D tackle, but then they went outside Solomon Thomas,
Hmm. And they
Malik Herring for their
Franklin
D
Myers, and
lineman
they've got Jeffrey.
here.
I like their interior D line. I
Alante
really
Taylor, interesting, 3 years, 60
it like I
for a
I
corner.
like their moves. I
They signed
think
a couple corners. Yeah, none of these guys are super expensive,
no.
so
I
they can
like I
hit on
said,
on a
yeah.
couple of them.
I'm happy. Aside from the Wandale move, I liked all their moves. I really did.
Hmm.
But I still think they need an edge rusher. I think they're going with Simmons and Franklin Myers in the middle. I mean, Simmons is very good pass rusher, from the interior. I think Franklin Myers can stop the run, but I don't know Jermaine Johnson, and I don't even know their other edge rusher because I didn't look that far into it. But
Hmm.
I just think that I think they need an edge rusher more than they need Jeremiah Love. That's all I'm gonna say. I think Tony Pollard
Hmm.
isn't good anymore. I think he's past it. He's fine. I think he had 1,000 yards this year. He had a really strong end of the season. Tajay Spears is who knows what Tajay Spears is, but I don't know, man. I think at number 4, I don't think they. Maybe they are, maybe because they spent money elsewhere. But I think you go Bailey here. That's what I would do if I was them, and I'm locking it in. We'll see. It could be
Interesting.
controversial. I think a lot of people have Love mocked there. I like him. Number 4 to a team that's I don't know, maybe not ready to compete just yet, but they're on the come up.
Hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see.
So David Bailey to the Titans, huh?
That's what I have. I had Bailey or Love. It was a game time decision. I'm going with Bailey. You can't stop me now.
I wouldn't dare. All righty. Yeah, no, I think that's a good pick. They did just trade away some D linemen. They kind of got that Jermaine Johnson guy. From what I know, he's pretty much a pass rush only guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think having someone that's a little more run, like you kind of, he's a little bigger body, play him
Yep.
against the run more. I think David Bailey does fit well there. Um,
All
so what
right.
next up is the New York
The New York.
Football Giants.
Dylan, are you
This is another
watching?
team needs to get built in the trencharoonies.
Agreed.
The O line and D line are both needs. Let's look at these mocks. They got interesting. So the mocks have Caleb Downs going here. 3 of the 4 ESPN mocks have Caleb Downs going here. I do
Man,
not think you take a safety at 5.
especially one that has potential degenerative knee issues that came out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I
That's
don't think
scary.
that's the way you go. I think, sorry, Dylan, you're gonna hate this pick. I think they go Maui Goa.
Yeah.
I feel a decent drop off at tackle after him. Those are the big two, is Fano and him.
Yep.
So I kind of think they go with the best, probably player at a position of need, maybe not the best overall player, and go Maui Go.
Yeah. I think you're right there, and I think there's some good tackles here. Like I like Freeling, and I like Blake Miller, but those guys are. I don't think they're ready to play right now. I think Malioa is probably way closer to playing, starting week 1 than anybody else. And I think you're right. I think they definitely need a tackle. I think they need help they need help protecting old Jackson Dart back
And
there.
their receivers aren't terrible. I mean, they got
No,
neighbors coming back. They got Mooney. I feel like their Hyatt is, not that great, but they got
Slayton's good
Darius
for 800
Slayton. They got
yards.
some Calvin Austin. I didn't realize signed there.
They
Just
went. They
learning that
got
right now.
likely as a likely.
So,
They
I mean,
got
they got
Scadaboo.
some guys there. I don't think it's like pressing that they have to go. I know Dylan probably wants a receiver. I feel like he's been trying to get Makai Lemon to go there in his brain. But they did go out and get some tight ends. Yeah, I think O line
I
is
think O
is
line's good for
you're
them.
trying to protect that young QB, not get him hurt.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and get an O lineman.
I agree. I like that. All right, Browns, another team I think very well could trade this pick. Hold on one second. Gotta get my free agency website up. I think another team that could trade. Obviously, we're not doing that. So the Browns, another team, needs everything. Pretty much every team at this level, unless you get lucky and trade up and you trade a future pick, you're whatever. But Browns didn't do that. Browns are terrible. Uh, Another team that needs a quarterback. Sorry, Shador Sanders Truthers. But I think maybe their biggest need is receiver. Um, because they don't really have any receivers. I know everyone. Jerry Judy had a good year last year, or 2 years ago. He's not good this past year, and then it's a pretty steep drop off from there. Cedric Tillman, no thanks. Isaiah Bond, no thanks. They went and signed a lot of O line help. They spent like let's see, 50 million on Zion Johnson, 24 million on Elton Jenkins, two interior linemen. I think you don't need to go interior line if Mario or Fano falls. I could absolutely see them picking him there, one of them there, whoever falls. Uh, I think I honestly might be a hot take. Another one I had here, Tate or Malagoa. I think they might go receiver. I think they might go. Oh, did I say? Oh, yeah, Tate. Sorry, Fano or Malagoa. I think they go to Carl Tate here. I really do. I think they go. And I think they get a receiver for Shadur, assuming they stick with Shadur. The other thing is they have another pick down here, and I don't know that anybody in this first round. Like, do you really want to take Denzel Boston or Omar Cooper in the first? I don't know. I know lot's been coming out. Lot of love has been coming out for Cooper in the last couple weeks. I don't know. I think you can get more value down there for a different position. So I think they go. I think they go Tate here.
I agree. I think Tate's the number one receiver. I had
Mm-hmm.
him as the top receiver on mine. These Ohio State receivers, dude, they just come in and they're good.
They're good.
So
Yep.
I think the other guys have questions. I don't really think he has that many
Yep.
questions. So
Agreed.
go Tate. He seems the most NFL ready
Agreed.
for the Brownies. All right. So next up,
Commies.
Commanders. I got the commies. I pulled up their free agency list because I was a little curious on who they signed.
Mm-hmm.
They went out and they got Mariota back on a 1 year deal. They got Jerome Ford, Jeremy McNichols, and Rashad White. Feels like they're just throwing names at that running back room and
Yeah.
hoping one of them has a
Yep.
half decent season.
Yep.
But I don't think they take Jeremiah Love. I think this would be a interesting place for him to go and pair
Yes,
with
me
Jaden
too.
Daniels. But I just don't think that they're gonna go. Their defense was so
It was
fucking
bad.
bad
It was
last,
terrible last
so
year.
bad. It was hard to watch, and
They were
it was
bad.
really. I thought the secondary. I kind of think they go corner. I think they go Mansour Delane
I like
out of
that.
LSU.
I like that a lot.
He is seems to be on a lot of mocks I've seen the top corner.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really pay him too much attention to LSU this past year, but he seems to be the number one guy. That's another place that just kind of produces this
Yep.
position. So I got Mansour Delane going
I
to
like
help
that
the
pick.
awful
Terrible.
Commanders defense.
And they spend money on it, but
They spent a lot of money on edge, which was why I
yeah.
did not go
Yep.
edge.
Yep.
They gave
And
Owe 100 million. They gave
it's a
Caleb Long
lot of
Chase on
money.
12. I mean,
I'm looking.
they're hoping a couple of these guys work out. So
Yeah, they signed Amik Robertson from the Lions at corner, who was our number
mhm.
three to start the year, and you don't want him to be your number one. So
No.
I think that's a good pick. I think that's I think that's I like that. I thought
Also think another sneaky pick to them could be Sonny Styles
yeah,
at linebacker because their
yep,
linebackers were just 40 years old. And it's like
yep.
this whole team, this whole defense is old. So just get some young guys on there.
Agreed, agreed. All right, now moving on to the New Orleans Saints. Oh, Seattle's favorite team. Seattle, if you're listening, he's not listening. They spent money on ETN. And they spent money on David Edwards, some interior O line. They could go a lot of different ways here. I think Sonny Styles could go. Uh, Not Jeremiah Love. I think receiver is another position that they could go for because they really only have Chris Olave. If Tate falls to them, I think he's gone. They run the pick up and he's gone. I don't know. Maybe maybe they do take Lemon or Tyson. I'm kind of talking myself back into this because they might think, oh, run on. There's a run on receivers. We got to pick him before we can. Maybe they go Lemon. But I don't know. I had it originally slotted into Sonny Styles. I'm going to keep it at Sonny Styles. I'm going to keep Sonny Styles at number 8. I think they also need help on defense. I think. Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna say they're gonna pick up a receiver later in the draft because I think it's easier to get a playmaker at receiver, in the second, third round, than it is to get a defense changing linebacker like Styles, or I don't even know what they're going to play him as. Could be like a hybrid safety linebacker. Something I've heard a lot of things about this guy, so we'll see. I like that pick for them. I think he's a good player. I think it would be crazy if he fell out of the top 10. So I like that pick for them.
I agree. There kind of seemed to be a defense that likes that like linebacker that kind of takes charge. And didn't they just lose Demario Davis?
Yeah, he's gone.
So that's a hole in that defense. That guy's been there forever. I think
Yep.
maybe they go try to get their next one in Sunny Styles. So I think that's a good pick. Next up, we got the Chiefs.
Oh,
Disgusting that the Chiefs have a top 10 pick.
It's bad.
I'll just say that right off the bat.
It's not good.
Free agency, they went out and got Kenneth Walker Jr.
Yep.
Or Kenneth Walker the third. I would have had Jeremiah Love going here if they hadn't done that, and we all would have been like, "How the fuck did they win the draft again?"
Yep.
Receiver, they only signed Tyquan Thornton. I don't think that's going to do it. I think they're going to go receiver again. I think it's so weird because I feel like these guys they have like isn't Rashee Rice? We don't really know what's going on with him.
Yep.
Xavier Worthy's been like okay, but he seems to be more of a gadget guy. Yeah.
Yep.
But then it gets to me, if I was picking for them, I would go Jordan Tyson, but then I'm thinking, do they have a type and go Mekhi Lemon and think he's the best? And I think that is what they do. I think they go Mekhi Lemon USC.
I think you're right.
I think he has the higher flash play like potential, which seems to be the Chiefs' offense.
Yep.
I think he can get a little bit more like wiggle separation, and then Mahomes is just going to find him. So I think they go Mekhi Lemon here, and I think another idea for this pick. I think right around 7, 8, 9 is where we're going to start getting is Ruben Bain going to drop out of the first round?
Yep.
I think this is where it's coming.
I think so too.
Are his arms too short for the NFL?
Yeah. Did he really kill that person in that car accident, or whatever?
Did he kill that person?
Whatever
he definitely
did. Whatever that scandal was, it's crazy. Everyone's like, everybody knew about that. Like, no, we didn't. Not everybody knew about that.
The thing they hid and wasn't on the news? Yeah, we all knew.
Yeah. All right, the Bengals, a team that always seems to have a ton of needs, even when they're in the Super Bowl. They didn't do too much. They signed. They went defense heavy, which a lot of people have been clamoring for them to do, which is good. They signed Boye Mafe and Brian Cook, 2 good signings, the D lineman, edge rusher, and a safety. They also signed Jonathan Allen. I'm reading this off because I did not remember this one, defensive lineman. So I think I like what they did on the D line. Their offensive line is still terrible. Still very bad. Joe Burrow's always under duress, getting hurt. Who knows? Joe Flacco could start games for them again next year. So I don't know. This is kind of a tough one. They don't need Jeremiah Love. I don't think they go Ruben Bain. I know they lost Hendrickson, but they just spent $60 million on an edge rusher. I think they might want to diversify. Maybe not. Maybe that he does fall. You keep him. If he does fall, you take him. My first mock, I had Downs going to them, but with all the recent news about him and then the signing of Brian Cook, I don't think they go safety here. I think that'd be crazy. I don't think they go Ione. I think they might go Monroe Freeling here. I think they might go for the developmental offensive lineman. I think this guy like people are talking. He could even play center if they want him to play center. He's versatile. I don't think he's going to do that, but he could. So who knows? I think they go. I think they go a line here. I think they did what people wanted in free agency. They went after defense, and now they're going to go after the O line because they need that. Another pick I could see is if Delane falls. I think he's gone there. I maybe Drummond McCoy, but he didn't play last year. He was hurt all year, so I don't know. They need corners, so maybe, but I think they go O line. We'll see. I think it might be early for Freeling, but he's young and he's got good upside, so I like that pick for them.
You had Freeling?
Yeah, Freeling.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was a guy I was unfamiliar with until I started looking at these, and I was like, people have him going like in the top 10.
He's
So,
a new guy. I think that's part of it. Is like
mhm,
he just declared, and everyone thought he was going to declare next year. And everyone's like,
mhm.
"Oh, he's a new player. He's probably better than all these other guys." And I think he's getting boosted up by that. I still think he's good, but I don't know if he's top 10 good. But I'm gonna
Yeah,
take
we'll
him for
see.
the Bengals. I'm taking the Bengals.
We shall see. This next one might be the most interesting team in the whole draft because I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No
The
idea.
Miami Dolphins.
No idea.
So their big free agency moves, I think I hate every single one. Malik Willis, three
Yep.
years, 67 million.
Hate it.
QB of the future. Malik Willis couldn't beat out Jordan Love. They signed Tutu Atwell, Jalen Tolbert, and Greg Dulcich as their big new offensive 1-2-3. Obviously, they still have what's the homie's name? Running back
Chan.
Achan. They still got Achan. So this is the one team I'm like, I don't think they're gonna pick Jeremiah
No.
Love. Every team up until now could just throw a curveball and pick
Yep.
him. I don't think they will. Their defense is horrible.
It's bad.
Their defense is bad. Like I don't like any of these guys. I don't even know who most of these guys are.
Well,
Matthew Butler. Do you know who Matthew Butler is?
I'm looking at it now. They only signed one outside of Willis. Dulcich was the only guy signed to a contract over 1.5 million, and they've made like 15 signings.
Yeah, no, it's not
What are
good.
they
I'm on the
doing?
website. Like some deals are like Tutu Atwell gets assigned a 1 year, 1.4 million. So like they say his compensation. The rest of them are just signed on a free agent deal,
Yeah,
signed a 1 year
nothing.
deal, re-signed, signed with the
Nothing.
Dolphins. Nothing. They don't even say it.
It's
I think it's
crazy.
like minimums. I think it's this team's gonna be bad.
I think it's very, very
Um,
bad.
so I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm trying to think like what would Green Bay do since everyone jokes this is Green Bay South.
Yeah, now it is.
And I think they're just gonna make a boring pick and go like I don't know, O line, D line. Like I know a lot of people want my Bane to go here.
Mm-hmm.
I might just go Bane just because he might be. I also kind of think they could just say screw it, go Downs,
Yeah.
best player left, and just say we're so bad everywhere that we need something.
Yeah, I agree.
Or I think they could go Ione and interior line since their O line's not any
It's
good really
terrible.
either. Let's look who's on their O line. Anybody good? Every time I do
Um,
this, it's minimizing my damn shit.
the only
D
one I've heard of
line.
is
Let's look at
Jonas
their D line.
Adayana.
Yeah, and I think that's just I
He
think
was picked last year. That's the only reason I know him.
God, it's
It's
grim.
bad,
They
dude. It's
could go
bad.
Caden Proctor and just he's
It's
a
bad.
project,
Yeah.
I guess. Uh, I guess I'll go Ione here because I don't know.
Yeah, I think this literally could go anyway. I think they might just go screw it. We need a cornerstone piece in an edge rusher to take Bane, but I think this is probably best for need. I don't think there's another receiver worth taking at that point, so I think that's a good pick.
For
That
what? For
fits
to
a
have
need.
Malik Willis throw to him? Why draft a
Exactly.
receiver?
Well, that's the
It
thing.
doesn't matter if they're open.
They signed him for 3 years. Like he's the quarterback. You can't sign him and then not
I think,
like. Well,
yeah, I think you
gotta,
go O line and
yeah.
then just hope that he can get some time to make something happen. But that's one. The Dolphins are the most confusing team. They're a train fire. They're a
Yeah.
dumpster fire. They're all the types of fire.
Yeah.
They suck.
They do have another pick after the Waddle trade. And didn't they get 2 firsts for him? Didn't they have another one next year or something? So
I'm not sure.
I don't remember what they got. Let's see. Jalen Waddle trade. It was
That would be a lot for
26.
Jalen
Oh
Waddle.
god, this is a terrible. Okay, first. Oh no, just the first, third, and a fourth. Who am I thinking of? The two first round picks they got, and they got some capital back. I don't know, man. I think that's a good trade for Waddle. I think that's that's for pretty fair on both sides. Denver gets what they
Yeah,
want. And,
Broncos are trying to win.
yep,
They needed a receiver. I think it's fair too. But man, the Dolphins could pick anybody, and
they
I
really
wouldn't.
could. And they've got another pick, so we'll see what they do at 30. Because
Yeah,
that's me. All right, the Cowboys, a team highly tipped to trade up in this draft.
interesting. I did not know that.
I've seen them trade as high up as number 2, which I don't think they do that. I don't think they need to be trading any more draft capital. They went out and got Jalen Thompson in free agency, a safety. So that again, kind of these guys are falling. I don't know if they deserve to keep falling, but I don't know. I don't see anybody else picking them at this point. So I think they definitely need help on defense. Their defense was bad last year. And then they've got, obviously, Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are a very good 1-2 punch. Javonte Williams was awesome last year. Dak, you can't get rid of Dak. Their line's pretty good. I don't think they were anything too special last year. I know they've had some turnover in the last couple of years. I think they go defense here. And I think if Bain is on the board still, I think that's a slam dunk. I think they run that up to the podium, as it were. I think they go Bain if he's there. If he's not there, I have no idea what they do. Because it all changes then. So yeah,
Fair.
I like that for them,
Gotcha.
especially after the untimely passing of Marshawn Nealand, R.I.P. in peace.
Did the guy die?
Yeah, he did. I think he committed suicide, like in the middle of the season last year. He just scored a touchdown or something crazy, and then the news came out later that week that I don't remember how, but he died, fortunately.
Huh.
All right.
Well, that's not funny.
No, you don't like that. R.I.P.
Rams, looking at their free agency, obviously they had the two big trade and then signed from the corners, both corners from the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
Maybe I should have had Kansas City taking a corner earlier. I don't know. That would probably make a lot of sense, but whatever. So yeah, those are really their two big. They signed a tackle. They re-signed Tyler Higbee. Re-signed, or I don't know. I guess they signed Ronnie Rivers, I think, from the Chargers. So really, yeah, the two big needs were at corner, both filled by those Chiefs. Let's see what else they got.
I think that's it. I'm looking.
Where are we at?
McDuffie and
Rams.
Watson. That's it.
Yeah.
Brant Stewart is the Lion. He's just a special teamer, though. He's not playing linebacker for you.
Yeah, I mean their D line is pretty nasty. I don't think they go D line. I mean O line at this point we've kind of exhausted. I think they're fine with their O line too, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think I like
I
their
feel
O-line.
like their O line's pretty
Unfortunately,
decent. So I think they might just go skill position here. And I'm gonna go crazy. I think they take Jeremiah Love. Just pick the
that
best
would
player.
be spicy. That would be crazy.
Why don't we just have Jeremiah Love go to the Rams?
Oh God.
You know why? Because we can. Because this is your podcast.
Dylan would hate that. Dude, can you imagine?
Dylan would hate that.
I don't. Kyron Williams. I don't know.
Who are they running? Are we all bought in on Kyron Williams?
I'm not.
Are we all bought in on?
huge
Don't they have that guy from Michigan?
Blake Corum? No, I'm not.
Blake Corum. I mean, I think if you get Jeremiah Love in there, now they got a three-headed monster. That offense is gonna be insane. I also think they could go receiver, but I don't know. I think the receiver is need with Puka and everything. I think he'll be fine. He's in rehab. He's getting better.
Yeah, he just needs to stay out of prison and he'll be fine. Jeremiah Love finally goes off the board, and then we're left with.
They just feel like a team that's going to pick the best player, and then we'll be like, "What the fuck? How'd they get them?" So I was like, Love or Downs, and I think just because they did two corners, they're going to address the other side of the ball and go offense.
I like that. I make a good offense, make a good unit better. That's what I like. I think that's never a good strat or never a bad strategy.
Nope.
All right, moving on to the Baltimore Ravens, another team that had an interesting offseason, of course, with the Max Crosby business, and then untrading for Max Crosby and signing Trey Hendrickson the same day, which was insanity, which I think is a bad contract for Trey. I mean, for Trey Hendrickson, by the way. $112 million over 4 years for a guy. How old is he? Like 32. 31. He'll be 32 midseason next year. It's kind of a lot of money. I don't know. Their defense was bad at the beginning of the year, better towards the end of the year. So I don't know. I don't know what they do. I don't think they go safety. They got Kyle Hamilton there. I don't know. You need another one of these guys. I like both of them, Steeneman and Downs, but I don't know that they go safety. I don't think CJ Allen is worth taking here. I think they might go receiver. I don't like their receiver room that much. They've got Zay Flowers, who's pretty. Zay Flowers is good, but Rashad Bateman and Tez Walker leaves a lot to be desired. I think they take Jordan Tyson. I think that's kind of a Ravens esque pick. I think he goes here. I think I don't know. I think he fits there. I don't know. I think they need a receiver. I think they need help. They're going to run with Derrick Henry next year. I think they probably give it one more year with him, and you can't really rebuild when you have Lamar Jackson on his contract right now. So I think you just try to retool and go get a receiver and run it back next year.
Heck yeah. All right. Yeah. I like it. I
We'll
think,
see.
I was surprised Tyson was falling a little bit. It felt like from the other receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's a good pick. I think that could be a pick where they're like, "Hey, this ain't your old Ravens. We're a new administration,
Yep.
like trying to not go the whole defense heavy route every
Yep.
time." So I could see them going receiver. Their receivers are bad too.
There, that was the
Bucks.
thing. Yeah, I was like, those receivers
hmm
suck. Bucks.
let's see. Tampa Bay Bucks. They didn't do a ton in free
No, they were
agency.
quiet to Seattle's dismay.
Their big signing was re-signing tight end one Kate Otten. Obviously, everyone's talking about that signing.
Which,
Um,
arguably, is I don't like that. That was bad. He isn't that
yeah,
good. I don't know why they did that.
yeah. This is a team that needs an edge rusher. I think pretty much every mock draft I've seen has them taking an edge rusher,
Mm,
except for our boy Mel Kiper, who actually has him taking a tight end, which is interesting. But I think they go edge rusher. I think I think you're starting to get into where you're drafting for traits, not previous production.
yeah,
I think they could go Keldrick Falk from
yeah,
Auburn. He seems to be the traitsy type edge rusher. So I could see them reaching for him and hoping he kind of turns into something there because their D line needed some help.
yeah. I like that. I agree. They went out and got my former line Al Qadim Muhammad, but he's not he should not be your edge one. So
No,
I like that. I like a developmental piece for however long Todd Bowles is left there.
and they're hoping Bane falls.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
hoping the short
Oh
arms
man,
and they're taking Bane.
if
But
Bay
I don't think
falls,
that's
he's
gonna. I don't think he falls to 15.
no. I agree. All right, the Jets again. The Jets they went linebacker Arvell Reese with their second overall pick. I think they're probably hoping a guy like Jordan Tyson or someone falls to them down there at 16. I don't see that. I don't know. I think maybe Tyson could fall, but I don't know that Lemon. I definitely don't think Tate falls that far. I thought maybe they might go Kenyon Sadiq here, but I think they really like what they have in Mason Taylor. Young had an okay year last year. This would be a great time to pick a quarterback, but obviously there is not a quarterback available. Um, I just need to check one thing because I forgot to look at their contract situation. Okay, I think they go with a they stop the fall of Caleb Downs here. I think they go Ohio State back to back, and I think they go Caleb Downs and take probably the best player left on the board, depending on the whole knee issue with them. I would like this draft for the Jets. I think whoever the coach is, it's probably not going to be Aaron Glenn next year. Those two guys are pieces you can build around on a defense, and I think they need that. So I like that for
For
them.
sure. Yeah, no, if you didn't take Downs there, I was trying to figure out a place to put him.
Yeah,
So I like that.
had to go.
Um, at some point, these teams are like, I know we need this position, but this guy's twice as good at
Yep.
another position we don't have to have. So, and safety's weird because it's just not. It's like running back in the defense. I
Yeah.
feel like
So
there's not a lot of premium safeties that go super high in drafts. So I like that.
and if you take Caleb
Um,
Downs at 10 and he busts, busts, pause,
yeah,
and he's a bust, then you look like an idiot.
yeah.
All right, what do you
So
got for my
all right,
Lions? I'm excited.
big pick. I'm gonna let you talk on the line. What would you like to see them do here?
I would hope that Freeling falls because I don't think Fano falls. I don't think Malioa falls. I would hope he's there. Uh, I don't like Caden Proctor. I don't like Blake Miller this early. Best case scenario for me is you trade out. You trade back, 10 picks or whatever, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. So if this is all that's left, I'm I'm worried for what Brad Holmes does. If it were me, I'd take Blake Miller. I think that's the pick we need the most. You can't pick another injury prone corner because that's what we have a lot of right now. Maybe linebacker. I don't really want to waste a premium pick. Not waste because we picked Jack Campbell at 18 2 years ago. He's awesome, but I just think we need offense. We need a left tackle. Like we currently don't have a left tackle. We have Larry Borom, who is not an NFL left tackle, who might be starting for us.
Now,
So
here's a question for you. You got Juice Scruggs from the Texans. What
yeah,
position is he?
he's an interior line. He'll
He's
probably be
interior.
backup
Okay.
center, backup guard. He might not even make the team from what I'm hearing from Lions.
You traded David Montgomery for a guy that's not making the team?
Well, we got fourth round pick, I think. So we traded David Montgomery
Yeah.
first.
Okay.
I'll take that. Yeah. He
Gotcha.
was a
Okay.
throw in. I think
I
he
saw
was
that
like,
on
hey,
here
we
and I
don't
was
want
like,
him
he was in
anymore.
the David Montgomery trade. Maybe he was something good. But yeah, looks I like the Cade Mays to center. I like that deal. Tackle, yeah, I think tackle could be a big position of need for you guys. Looks like you re-signed a bunch of DBs and linebackers, so hoping they kind of pan out as well.
Yeah.
Um,
It.
I will say someone's something that's tempting me. Say they're one of their positions of need, safety. You guys got a pretty good safety still on the board there, but no, I do think you guys go O line.
Yeah.
That seems to be Dan Campbell's kind of attitude towards building a team.
Mhm.
Now the question just is which one. Um, I think there's 3 or 4 decent ones
Mhm.
still there. Do they it's then I think we're at the point now, it's kind of taste. I don't know
Yeah.
what their taste is. Um, but I think you go tackle and I'm free to talk through this with you. You kind of know your
Mhm.
team better. Is Proctor kind of more slated to be a right tackle, so he wouldn't be a fit?
Well, they're probably moving. Well, I think they're going to move Panay to left tackle. I think
You
that
think?
hasn't been
Okay.
confirmed yet, but I think if you get a guy, if somehow someone like Maui Orfano falls, which is not going to happen, then I
Hmm.
think you might keep Panay at right tackle. But if you're picking like Blake Miller or Caden Proctor, I think he definitely goes to right tackle, and then you move Panay over. But
I could also be talked into a Lomu going to the
I was
Lions
gonna say this is
because
probably the
he
name I've
is a
heard the
left
second
tackle, right?
most. Well, he
Or is
is,
he the
but
right tackle?
he was left tackle for them for Utah.
Yeah.
But I've heard a lot
Okay.
of talk about him from Lions beat writers that they love him. He's their kind of guy. My only thing is he's young. He's not. He's young and he hasn't. I don't know. He's not
The
like.
competition has not been
I
high.
don't think he's NFL ready, and I think a lot of people
No.
don't think he's NFL ready. But I think they like Larry Borom a lot, which is shocking to me.
Who wouldn't?
He was on that Dolphins O line last year. That was terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's going to be tackle or edge. I think
Mm.
those are the two picks. It should be what they do. Thieneman, I would love Thieneman. The only thing is we have Kirby Joseph and
Yeah.
how am I blanking on his name? Oh my god. Oh my god, how am I blanking on the other safety's name? Brian Branch, Jesus.
Mm.
But they're both hurt. They both were hurt last year. And Brian Branch is due for a contract, and they haven't signed him yet. So maybe Thieneman.
Yeah. All right.
See.
I'm going
We'll see.
Lomu. I'm gonna go Lomu.
I like Lomo. I like that pick. Like I said, he's probably one of the three names I've heard most at that spot. So I like that.
Yeah.
I would be very content with Lomu for sure.
I kind of have him and Caden Proctor kind of grade the same, like ranked wise, just
Yep.
from what I know about them, which is minimal. Um, but yeah, go ahead and just make the all fucking Samoan O line. Fuck
Fine
it.
by me. That's you want your O lineman to be Samoan or MAGA. Those are the two things you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Minnesota
He went to Utah.
Vikings.
He might be both.
Yo, dude, absolutely is both. That Panay Sewell is both too. He's
Hell yeah,
big
hell
time,
yeah, brother.
big time. He's got like 8 kids already. It's kind of funny. He's 4 years younger than us. I think he literally has 5 kids.
When you can't drink, there's only one other thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. All right, the Minnesota Vikings, terrible team. Hate them. Worst team in the league. No, they're not the worst team. But they didn't do much in free agency. They literally signed a safety and a corner, and that's it. So I think they do have a lot of needs. If Jeremiah Love was still on the board, he'd be the pick.
And Kyler Murray.
Sorry, and Kyler Murray. I forgot about Kyler Murray. For what, $1 million or whatever it is. Something minimum. Crazy. So yeah, I did forget. I should have done this earlier. I totally forgot about Kyler Murray. I don't think they need offensive line. I think their offensive line's pretty good. I think they have two good tackles, which sucks because the Lions don't have any good edge rushers outside of our boy Hutchinson. But I think this is a defense pick. They need a running back. Aaron Jones is getting old. Jordan Mason is he's not great. He's good. He's not great. I think they absolutely take a running back second round. But I think the first round, I think they go best player available. I think they go Thieneman for sure here. They didn't really improve that defense very much. Like I said, they signed James Pierre and Tavier Thomas, Tavier Thomas is a re-signing, actually. James Pierre from the Steelers to a 2-year, $8 million deal. Doesn't really move the needle. He's probably just going to be a, slot guy, maybe. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. But my guess is they go Thieneman here, and he's off the board there. I think they need a safety. Their defense wasn't terrible last year, but I think a lot of that's covered up by, oh my God, Brian Flores and how good he is at blitzing. So I think having him on that defense would absolutely help, and then they would be even better than they were last year, which again sucks as a Lions fan.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. They love a white safety. That's a defense first team, kind of, I feel like, up there. So I like that pick.
All right, moving on to the
next
Carolina.
up is the Carolina, which I just pulled up their free agency. They did a ton. They had a lot of moves.
They made a lot.
It's mostly defense, though. I will say they signed Jalen Phillips 4 years, 120.
I liked that contract.
They signed Devin Lloyd from us 3 years, 45. And then they signed, re-signed Isaiah Simmons, which is, I think he's a decent player. I think that's a guy you like to have on your team. So I think they could either go secondary or something on the offensive side. O-line, I'm going to read you their O-line. They signed Luke Fortner to a 1-year deal, Rasheed Walker to a 1-year deal, and Stone Forsythe, former Gator. But he was the worst player. He was the worst O-lineman on the Raiders last year. He was the worst one. So I don't think that really adds you anything. I think they probably go look at in O-line, but I kind of think they want to kind of flash a little bit too. I've seen Sadiq mock to them a ton. And I think that is where he goes. I think Sadiq to the Panthers.
Unfortunately for my team, I like Jatavion Sanders, but he's not cutting it. And I like Sadiq a lot. I like him. I like that landing spot. And I like that for Bryce Young. I don't know why I'm a Bryce Young believer, but I think he's good. I think he's going to do it.
I kind of think he is too. I think it just took him a little bit. He's like turning into what Kyler Murray should have.
A little bit, yeah. Made the playoffs last year. I like him and Tet McMillan. Their running backs are iffy with Chuba back there. So I don't know. I think adding another piece for him would be awesome. I like that. All right, moving on to the Cowboys. Yurden, are you watching? We have Ruben Bain to them already at 12. I think I don't know, man. I don't know what they do now. Now that they um, went edge, I think they might. Hold on, let me see something. I already forgot uh, what my plan was. Okay, so yeah, I think safety or corner is a safe bet here. I just don't know how teams are going to value McCoy because again he didn't play at all last year. I don't know if they must have had their pro day. I don't know if he played at the pro day. I should look that up. Poor job from me. Hold on, let me look it up now. Let's see, did he do it? He did compete on it. Did participate in the pro day and ran a 3.3840. So I don't know. You know what? I think I'm going to go with McCoy here. I think they go corner. I think that definitely improves their team, so long as he plays and is healthy, which all things are pointing to that he is. So yeah, I think that's a fantastic first round. If they come out with Bain and McCoy, I like that for them, depending on McCoy's health. But yeah,
Yeah, no, I definitely think the Cowboys' good defense.
I
Focus
think they
on that
bolster up on
in
the
the early in
defense.
this one. Just their offense is pretty damn good, dude. Their
Mm.
defense is just letting them down. So I think yeah, the two most important kind of levels, just
Yep.
get one of each,
And yeah,
get the
whoever it
best
is,
player
they could
available
go
at each,
Terrell if
and
they
on
don't
you go.
like the injury history, which a lot of teams don't, but some teams don't care. So I don't know how they deal with that specifically. But all right, pick number
All
21.
right.
Moving right along with the Steelers. Nate, are you
The
listening?
Steelers. Ugh. This is a team I worry so much that they're just gonna draft Ty Simpson. And I think they'll hate themselves for it.
Yeah.
Um, I think that would be a mistake. I think Steelers fans, you're better than that. Um, yeah, I think they're probably going to go O line. Looking at their free agency, they got a couple things. They got signed a couple running backs. Rico
Mhm.
Dowdle. See if he's got anything left. Michael Pittman in a trade,
Yep.
obviously. So that'll probably be their new guy to pair next to DK there.
I like that for them.
But not a lot of on the O line. Jack Driscoll and Ryan McCollum, who, fun fact, I actually went to school with Ryan McCollum at Texas
Hmm.
A&M. Um,
Best friends.
yeah, we're best
I
friends
remember you
basically.
saying that.
I think
Yeah, he was in the Lions. That's why I remember that.
he was
I
like
was like,
he was like practice squad for the
yeah.
Texans, I know, and then I think he went up there, and it
It's
seems
like,
like
yeah,
he's
that
kind
name
of
sounds
just on a
familiar. I don't
1 year
know why.
contract with the
Yeah.
Steelers, so he's sticking around.
Good for him.
Um, yeah, so I think Steelers go O line. I think you just take the best guy available, which I think is probably Caden Proctor.
Mhm.
So that's all I'll have them taking.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
He's
Where's
he could end
Proctor?
up being the best tackle in this draft,
He's
but
he's
there's
yeah.
a lot of questions with like how hard does he play, and he gets like I don't know.
I've seen mixed review, like the people that are like, yeah, he's got it all, and then other guys that are like, I don't want anything to do with him anywhere near my team. And a
That's
couple of
five tackles we have so far going. Tackle
but
heavy draft.
it makes sense. A lot of teams need
I think yeah,
tackles.
a lot of the skill positions aren't there. They go tackle. They go line D line.
Yep, exactly. All right, the Chargers. We've already seen once, have we not? Did I? What am I?
The
No,
Chargers, no,
no, we
I
haven't
don't
seen
think
them
so.
yet. I don't know why I
The
thought we had
Rams
seen them.
went.
Oh, it was the. Oh, it's the Browns. I have the Browns coming up next. That's what it
Mhm.
is. Okay, the Chargers. um, they had a bad offensive line last year, but their offensive line had a lot of injuries. If I remember, I almost said Christian Leitner, not Christian Leitner. Rashawn Slater got hurt early last year. They picked Joe Alt last year early as well. You can't give up on him yet. Um, they went out and got Tyler Biotish. So I think they're gonna roll with that on their offensive line. They'll probably take a um, depth, somewhere in the draft. They didn't really do too much on the defensive side of the ball, and I think that's probably what they do. Now, what do they do? I don't really know. I don't know enough about their linebacking core one way or the other, but I think that this is probably where CJ Allen goes. I don't know. I haven't really looked too much into Allen. I don't know exactly what kind of player he is. Maybe you know more as a SEC guy, but for me, it's between him and McNeil Warren. He has shot up boards in the offseason. I like this guy. I think he's going to be potential to be the best safety in the draft. I think he'll probably be right behind Downs and Thieneman, but I think they go linebacker here. Again, I don't know everything about their linebacking core, so this could just be a shot in the dark. But I'm gonna go Allen here. I think his fall stops.
Interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe this is a lack of preparation. He wasn't even on my list.
Yeah, I had him as.
I had two other linebackers ahead of him.
Yep, I had him here, and I don't know. I've seen a little bit about him. So
I wrote 3 linebackers down, and I was like, no way, 3 go in the first round.
yeah, no way.
So CJ Allen, the Chargers. All right,
We'll see. This was probably the pick I knew.
They're a tough team. Because I could see them. They kind of need some skill. I could see them going receiver.
I could see them going
see
receiver.
them going.
I just think they picked Trey Harris last year. I don't think you can't give up on Quentin Johnston yet. They like Ladd. They like they like Gadsden and Hampton. So I don't know. This was one I had literally they could do anything and it wouldn't surprise me. That's another. It's kind of like how we were with the Steelers and and with who else were we like that with? There was another team up here. We said the same thing. So that's when I honestly here I just have question marks on my notes. Like I don't know BPA.
So next up, Eagles. This is a team I think could trade up. They feel like a team that trades up and gets their guy and ends up hitting. Just looking at their free agency, signed 3 receivers, I guess technically. Marquise Brown, Elijah Moore, Dontavion Wicks. They still have AJ Brown for now. I think he moves before the season starts. But we'll see. They signed 4 tight ends, which is insane. But 2 of them were already on the team. I know Calcaterra, Goddard. So I think they go defense. All that to say, I think they go defense. I think they go pass rusher. And to say, then you got to go into which pass rusher. Are they a team that maybe goes for the guy that showed more in college but is 25 in Mesidor? Do they kind of go more, a guy with maybe some more potential in Cassius Howell? I think they go Howell. I think Mesidor being 25 pushes into either end of the first or early second for me. Because especially a pass rusher, dude, that guy's gonna be good for like 4 years and then he's gonna be washed. So just so old. First round pick on him seems high.
It seems crazy. I'm with you there. All right, little Eagles tidbit. You said you knew what was his name?
No, I don't know him. He was like a 3rd semester. I was a 1st semester in my grad school.
Well, I knew Landon Dickerson, the guard
for
the Eagles.
All about me.
Little name dropping here. A little name dropping.
Oh, okay.
We were in a couple group projects.
Your guy's a little better than my guy.
Yeah, he was at Florida State and then transferred out to Alabama. And news came out and he walked into class. He's like, "All right, we could talk about it." And we're like, "Dude, we understand. We were terrible at that time. Then they won the national championship." But yeah, good guy. We're very funny guy. A classic O lineman. If you think just Southern, just class clown, that kind of.
Yeah, MAGA.
But big time.
Big
I don't know. I never talked to him about that. But
he's not Samoan.
Not Samoan, but yeah. But yeah, he's good. He's good at O-line. So only one thing left you can be if you're not Samoan. All right. Back to the Browns. The Browns who took Carnell Tate. Another team that needs everything. They got their receiver. I think they could go tackle here. I'm with you on Mesidor. I don't think he goes in the first round. He's good enough. He's 25. You can't be 25 years old as a rookie. That's insane.
For the draft, that's 4 years older than most people are when they get drafted. That's a whole college career. That cannot be overlooked. I think that makes him fall to like the 2nd round. I think he's very good. I think he comes right in and plays and is 100%. Productive. But he's 25. Like you're getting one. His rookie contract's over. He's gonna be 30 years old.
Literally, if you pick him in the first round, you have him until he's 30 if you want.
Maybe that's an incentive to take him. I don't know. He had this whole prime and then just ditch him off his rookie deal. Who knows?
Yes. Oh man, that's a tough one. I maybe at the end of the first. I don't think so. I think they probably go tackle here. I've seen a lot about this Jennings Dunker guy. He's another one that I've seen mocked to the Lions in this first and second round. Um,
Interesting.
but I don't know if they do that. He's just kind of like a
I think he's more of a
project.
guard.
Yeah,
Is what people
agreed.
are projecting
Agreed.
him to be.
He's a project. He's
They
probably
just
going
like
to
him
go
because he's got the
interior.
long hair
The
and red
long
hair, and
hair.
mullet.
He looks like that. Oh, Cody
He's a freak.
Mauk or whatever that guy was that plays in Tampa now. I think they probably go with Blake Miller. I think they could also go edge, like I said, but I don't think they go Mesidor. Maybe they go with T.J. Parker or Zion Young. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with Blake Miller here for them.
Miller to the Browns. All right, Rahul, you're up. You're in here. I don't know if you want to chime in.
He's not.
Oh, he's
What's
in
up?
Wait, what the? Get out of here! What are you doing
He's in here.
Get out of here!
Rahul, what's your 2 cents on the Bears pick? Who do you want?
What's your 2 cents?
We're taking EMW.
no,
EMW?
You can't
Who
take
the fuck
him.
is that?
He's the
Right
safety
there.
from. You can't take him.
Oh,
He's
the
not
Toledo safety.
Yeah, that's our guy.
Interesting.
That's really weird. I have Tommy Castellanos going. I don't know.
No,
That guy's not getting
I got
drafted.
who it's actually going to be. I think Bears go D line. Their D line is so bad, and they just need to shore it up, stop the run. So I actually think this might be the first interior D line then to go. And there's 2 big names. There's Peter Woods, Clemson, and there's Caleb Banks, Florida. Do they go the double Florida D tackle, pair him next to Jervon Dexter? I think they do. I think they go Caleb Banks. He's got the higher ceiling of the 2. Peter Woods was a guy last season. Going into this last season, people said top 5, top 10 pick, and he just fell. And Caleb Banks is a guy who's had injuries. That's probably a reason he falls. If he doesn't go here, I think he could go in early second. But I think it's a team need. I think they might go interior D line. Caleb Banks, guy's a beast. He's gigantic and he moves like a ballerina. From what I've heard, no bias.
Thoughts, Rahul? Now that you're here, what is this? Hijacking the podcast?
I don't know. I saw him join about an hour ago.
I was just listening.
You've been here the whole time?
I was invited. I don't hate it, but I think there's a lot of D linemen later. That's the only reason that. And we also need another safety, and EMW I think is going to be good.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I like him.
That's my only reasoning for, because I think he's going to be really good.
I would be.
You watching a lot of Toledo?
No, I mean, I've been watching the highlights for sure.
Nice. I'm just messing with
you. Dabble in a little action here and there. All right, the Bills, Buffalo Bills. Tim, are you listening? Tim doesn't listen. You can literally say whatever you want about Tim on this podcast. He doesn't listen.
No, he'll never know it.
Tim, I hate to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I'm not going to say it. No, I will say it. Tim, I'm going to call you out because you don't listen. And you're definitely not listening this far. Commented on Taylor's Instagram saying that Taylor was his best friend. It hurt. I'm just
another guy that doesn't listen.
It hurt.
So
I don't care. Taylor knows how I feel about Taylor. So we're not gonna get into that. But Tim, it hurt. I'm just gonna say it. You're not gonna listen, so I don't care. But anyways, the Bills, just for that, Tim, I think they're going to take Tommy Castellanos. No, just kidding. Have you seen? You guys definitely haven't seen it. Apparently, teams are looking at him as a receiver. I don't know if that's just like a joke article I was reading, but I would laugh. I would laugh if he goes and plays receiver in the NFL. Okay, the Buffalo Bills did a little bit in free agency. Went out and got Bradley Chubb, signed him to a decent contract, and D. Alford, which probably your rotational corner. I think they have a lot of needs as well. I don't think they go edge rusher. Mesidor. We've said our piece about him. I don't think he goes. I don't really know. I thought they were gonna go receiver, but after they got DJ Moore, I don't really see them going receiver anymore. Maybe McNeil Warren goes here. I did not know they picked up Garner Johnson, who I don't know. Rule knows more about.
He's
him
more of a
than
nickel, isn't he?
But yeah, and you never know with him. He was pretty good last year, but I don't know. I'm thinking. Ooh, I don't know. They could go interior D line. That's another team. Literally could be anything at this point. I just don't know. They have
at this point in the draft, these teams are all good. These are kind of like make you a little better, try to win
Yeah.
a Super Bowl type picks.
I'm going McNeil Warren here. He goes in the first. And again, could see him going D line. Could see him going edge rusher. Who the hell knows?
McNeil.
EMW Ezra Wool
Warren.
says only a Bears.
I didn't know he was
call him
named
that.
as an EMW. That's pretty fun.
Boring. Hopefully, he doesn't go to the Bears.
49ers. Did they make any moves? I don't know anything they've done. Let's pull up their free agency.
It's like, if you asked me 3 weeks ago, I would have known. Oh yeah, Mike Evans, of course.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
Mike Evans. So they've got okay. So they got some receiver help. So they're either going to go pass rusher or O line. IMO. Those are their two big ones. Let's see what they got left to pick from.
I did not know Christian Kirk.
This could be a Mezzador team, honestly. If we're being 100%, this could be a Mezzador team. They feel like a team that just they're ready to go. You know,
this feels
they don't
like
really
a
care that
Mezzador
he's
team.
so much older. I'm gonna go Mezzador.
I don't know what Nick Bosa's contract is left, but
I was gonna go receiver until I saw they signed a couple because I was like, "Who's gonna catch balls next year?"
I did not
Their
realize.
offense is slim pickings.
I didn't realize.
But
Christian Kirk went.
Yeah, I'll go Akeem Mezzador. Who knows?
Yep, I could
I'm
see
probably
that.
getting all these wrong by this point anyway. So
I could see that. All right, the Texans. I don't watch the Texans. I don't care about the Texans. I do know they had a good defense, and I do know that D'Amico Ryans is a good coach. Now, do they bolster the defense? They went out and got Reed Blankenship in free agency. They got David Montgomery from us, the Lions. I don't know. I think they probably go defense. Let's see. I don't know. They got Stingley. Didn't he just sign a big contract? They're not going safety at this point. Will Anderson, I think they go edge rusher. I think they take an edge rusher. You can't count on Danielle Hunter at his age now. He's only 31. You're not going to count on him to have that many sacks every year. I think you get his successor. Actually, I need to know what his contract is before I say this. Let's see, contract. Oh yeah, he's 1 year, $40 million. That's right. I knew it was something crazy. Okay, so he's got a 1 year deal. I think you go with an edge rusher here. I think you get another guy in the pipeline. Who it is, I don't know. Maybe they go interior D line. Actually, I have no idea. You know,
we're running out of all these
I'm not
positions.
audible. I'm going Peter Woods. I'm audibling here. They're going to get interior D line help because looking at their interior D line, I don't know.
That feels like a Texan
pick.
They could go O line.
Could go O line.
I don't think their O line is very good. Their D line, their defense is very good, and their receivers are good. So it's like lean into one of the strengths, make it even that much more of a strength. I can see it.
That's what I think.
Especially if they have this guy graded higher than 28, and they're like, screw it, dude, we're getting a deal.
They might go one of these guys. We'll see. I don't know. That's another one, man. Like, no idea.
That's where we're at that point in the draft.
The Chiefs again. The Chiefs after picking Mekhi Lemon. That's right.
Yeah, Mekhi Lemon. I think now they have to go corner. If you go receiver first, I think it could be switched. And they go corner first and go ahead and get Delane or who's the other guy again? McCoy, potentially at 9 if they're available. I think that this time you got to go corner. In my corners, I would think they would pick probably Colton Hood, Tennessee. Yeah. I think is the next best corner on most people's mocks. So I'm going to go Colton Hood.
All right, Colton Hood to the Chiefs. Don't mind that. And then back to the Dolphins, who have already picked. And they picked Ione from Penn State. I think they probably go receiver here, honestly. Receiver or defensive back, I think I like what PFF has here. Again, they have needs everywhere. But if you are signing Malik Willis to that contract and you're expecting him to throw to Malik Washington, Tutu Atwell, and Jalen Tolbert and expecting him to do something, you're setting him up for disaster. I think you go. I don't know, man. I think you go anything. You go tackle. You go receiver. I think they go Omar Cooper, and they take him, and then it's done. They have a young guy to have Malik Willis throw to outside of the ghosts of Tolbert and Atwell. Again, we've said it 100 times already. This team, the Dolphins, who knows what they're doing? They're a wild card. They're a wild card.
So who'd you have here? Sorry,
Omar Cooper.
Cooper. Gotcha. Alrighty. Kind of similar to your thinking. New England Patriots. Just looked up their offseason. They didn't really do shit. Elijah Vera Tucker, 3 years, 42, but he's more of a guard, isn't he? Is he a tackle? So he's probably more inside.
Both,
yeah, maybe they kick him out to like a right tackle and try to help out that O line. They also signed Romeo Dobbs, 4 years, 70.
Same contract. Same.
I think that's crazy too.
Tim
I don't
loves
think
this guy.
that
He tells you everything you need.
So Diggs is up. Diggs is gone, correct?
He's a free agent. They haven't re-signed him.
Diggs is a free agent. So Diggs is a free agent. Their best receiver right now is fucking Keyshawn Butte, probably. And now they got Romeo Dobbs. I could see them going receiver too. I think that was their big hole in this last Super Bowl, is they just had to have shit to throw to, and their O line sucked. So they're either going to go O line or receiver. O line, I could see them going. I could also see God, I'm between two.
Yeah,
it's one or the other. I think they're going to go Ian Achor from Arizona State. Because that was kind of the larger. If Drake May is as good as you think he is, he's going to throw guys open, hopefully. But God, that O line was terrible. So taking that guy, I think is supposed to be another toolsy kind of guy.
Yeah.
But super raw. So maybe Mike Vrabel can turn him into a man.
Yeah. Yep. I like that. And to round it off, the first round, the Seattle Seahawks, who can you say the reigning Super Bowl champs don't have any needs or have needs? I honestly don't think they do. I think they're probably the most complete team. Obviously, this won the Super Bowl. Suffocating defense, very consistent offense with, surprise Sam Darnold, at the helm. They re-signed Shaheed. They re-signed Josh Jobe. So they're keeping their guys together. Obviously, they got rid of Kenneth Walker. So I have seen running backs mocked here. I've seen Jadarian Price mocked here. I don't know that.
What do you mean? They just signed running back one Emmanuel Wilson.
Oh yeah,
the Packers.
How could I forget? I think Charbonnet is good enough to be a bell cow. They're not going to do that. I think they're going to pick. I don't think they picked Jadarian Price at 32. I think that'd be kind of crazy. But I see the argument. But I don't know. I literally have no idea. They don't need anything. They don't need edge rusher. Their defensive line was suffocating last year. Witherspoon's awesome. Julian Love's awesome. Amen Warrior was unbelievable last year as a rookie. Their linebackers were good. What do you do? I don't know what you do. So
yeah,
you probably just go BPA, which maybe somebody falls in this area. If run stuffer like Woods falls, maybe that's what you do. Aiden McDonald out of Ohio State, pretty good run stuffer. I think maybe they just do that and beef up the defensive line, which is already very good. But I don't know. They could
Hunter
do anything.
From Texas Tech still on the board also.
They could do anything. It wouldn't shock me. Yeah, Lee Hunter's there. They could go receiver. They could get Cooper Kupp's replacement. But I don't know.
Denzel Boston.
I don't know what they do. I'm gonna say McDonald. They're gonna beef up that D line that probably doesn't need any beefing up. But also, I just don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, there we go. That's it. I don't know. Well, actually, let's do this. Let's talk about this in terms of fantasy now, just for a few minutes. I gotta go to sleep soon. In terms of fantasy, this leaves us Mendoza, Tate, Lemon, Love, Tyson, Sadiq, and Cooper. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
Yep, that's what I got.
Eligible. fantasy football players in the draft, do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, those are probably all going to be in the first round. Maybe not Mendoza, but like, I guess you're not picking top 3, so I can ask you
No.
this: you're
No,
probably
I'm
not
not picking
trading
in the
up.
first round.
You're probably not trading up. Does a Carnell Tate going 6 versus a Jeremiah Love going to the Rams, who already have Kyron Williams, does that move Jeremiah Love? Would this move Jeremiah Love off of the top spot for you?
I think no. I think in looking at if all these guys go to these places like we have them mocked, I think your top 3 are Love, Lemon, Tate. Probably in reverse order there. I think Love 1. I think
Mm-hmm.
Lemon going to the Chiefs would just be fantasy,
Yeah,
you know,
could be.
jerk off fuel.
Yeah, yeah,
And then Tate on the Browns having Shadur throw to him would make me pause if I
yeah,
was picking top 3. So if I was at 1 and I was like, well, who's the first like real skill position to go? Oh, it's Tate to the Browns. I'll be like, huh? I'd probably go Lemon, I guess. But yeah,
yeah,
it's hard to get running backs. I still think Love is your top pick.
yeah.
And then there is more depth at receiver. Just at the various teams. I think it's Love.
Yeah, I think he's probably locked in number 1. I don't think that. I don't think unless he goes.
I think wherever he
I
goes,
don't
he's going to
know.
be a bell cow, which makes it. I don't think he's going to split carries majorly.
I
Even if
don't
he
think
goes to the
so.
Rams, I think that's like a 1 year thing, and then he's going to be the bell cow. So
Yep. All right. Well, that was fun. I appreciate you coming
yeah,
on. That was a good time. Good stuff. And
I'm
now,
so ready for the real thing next
well, I'm
week.
ready. I'm ready. Sophie's out of town next weekend, so I'll be.
Oh my
I might
gosh.
stream every night. Who knows? All
Yeah.
right. I gotta go. It looks like Will is waking up at a perfect time. So this was fun. This will be up tonight at some point. Rahul, thanks for joining as well randomly. Wish you would have said something
Yeah.
earlier. All right. That's all. We'll see you guys later. It was fun. See
Yes,
ya.
sir. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.